All right, guys, so look at this. Look at this. You see this? You see this? This is a frequency. And the new body books should have the soul. They never include the soul, but the soul is really, really real. Really, really, really real. Did I say really enough times? Anyway, look at that. There's an Italian guy. Or is it Italian? I don't know. By Colombo. Colombo is Italian. I don't know if Juan. Maybe Juan is a mixture of something else. Anyway, the reason why our government screws up the whole cow thing, right? The cow mutilation is because they don't think about us as frequencies, right? Frequencies, separate frequencies, right? That's what they get wrong. Look at all the layers. We're just like Shrek. We've got all these layers, right? So when you try to beam somebody from one place to another, you need to understand that there's different frequency. Look, there's bones. Bones have a different density than lungs and the heart and the brain. They kind of all have, the intestines even, they kind of all have different frequencies at which they vibrate, because some of them have fluid, some of them are very dense like the bone, and some of them are not so dense like the eyes, which you can't see in this picture. So the issue is that they try to do like a lump sum. They just take everything together and they beam it with a frequency, and then unfortunately the stuff like the eyes and the blood just boils up, and none of that is left, and all that you have left is maybe some bones. The more dense stuff is what you have left. So what you need in order to find the soul, guys, is a system that is able to map out each organ of the body and figure out its frequency, right? You probably can use AI at this point. You can use AI to maximize our ability to get all this, so that one machine is able to calculate everything together. Because if you try to do it the old-fashioned way, like one at a time, you're never going to get it. But you have to figure out how to have a frequency for everything distinctly. And so there's a lot of science that has to go into this thing. You can't just use X-rays. And then the soul is obviously going to be at a different frequency, most likely a higher frequency than everything else, because unlike all the other objects, all the other things in the body, it is somewhat the least dense. That's why when they say that after somebody dies, the ghost stays around for a little bit longer, maybe 3 days or something like that. That's because it is still apparent at a different frequency, a much higher frequency than dense things. So anyway, that's why when the so-called galactics beam us out of our bodies, what they do is they just grab the light body and they go, and they just take it out, because they know the frequency of the light body and they can just pull it out. When we try to do it, it's just a mess. And what ends up happening is just, it's disgusting what happens to the poor. It's kind of sad what we do to the cows. Hopefully we're not doing this on people, because then, yeah. So there we have it. So could we figure out how to find the soul? Yes, we could. But we're using X-rays. Come on, man. That's like, what is that? That's so yesterday's news, right? That's so yesterday's technology. We need new technology if we want to find out all these cool things. And so as Neil deGrasse Tyson said, if people have abilities and stuff, they're probably using physics that we are not yet aware of. There we go.